and presentations material to
Great.
share. Yeah, so yeah. And I think with everything being said, I think we can kickstart the meeting if we're all ready.
All right. So, hi everyone. Thank you for coming to today's meeting. Today we have Lauren from ServiceNow speaking with us. And before we get into that, we just have a few announcements from the club. So, also sign in here. And let me get the link. So we have applications open for our mentorship program this semester. And so feel free to sign up if you want to be part of CSS MP this spring semester. And Keaton.
Yep. So moving on to our CSS PI program. This is something we've been planning ever since the beginning of the year. We've already got applicants for our mobile application, our front end and back end for that. But now we are recruiting for mobile app developers to work on two mobile application projects. One of them is like scheduling app, and another one of them is like projects sports like matchmaking application. Two ambitious projects that I see, and we're really excited. So I'm actually going to send the forms in the chat. So you can apply to both of them. I know that's probably like going to be a question asked. You can apply to both of them, but obviously you're only going to be accepted onto one project. And yeah, so if anyone wants to gain any mobile application like framework or mobile app programming language skills, please sign up. We're asking for anyone of any experience levels. Either you are pretty experienced and you want to just gain some skills in that and really refine them, or you actually want to learn something new. So yeah, please sign up if you are interested. Just a reminder that if you are still looking for like senior project credit, we are actually looking to gain accreditation if you do complete substantial work in that department. So yeah, please sign up and always ask questions if needed. With that in mind, we'll hand it off to our speaker of our meeting to start us off.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Keaton. Ricky, everyone, thank y'all so much for having me. I'm super excited to get to present a little bit more on ServiceNow, who we are as a company, what we do, and what we have to offer. So today's conversation is definitely going to be a little bit more of an info session about who we are and our opportunities that we have to offer, plus a lot of the things that as a company that we really focus on from a company culture perspective, and some really exciting news that we actually got just today as well. So I'm going to actually share in the chat box a quick little ServiceNow student check-in. It's just for us to collect some information in regards to areas of interest. If you're looking for full-time or internship opportunities, I will discuss some of the opportunities that we currently still have open and that we're actively recruiting for right now at ServiceNow as well. So you'll see that in the chat, in the box. So feel free to fill that out. It should take about 30 seconds or so, not too much. And feel free to fill that out with its entirety and let us know what are some areas of interest as well. So I'm going to quickly share my screen here and put this into presentation mode. So if someone could just give me a thumbs up when they see this in presentation mode and looks good, we'll go ahead and get started. Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lauren Martinez, and I am an engagement lead here at ServiceNow. I am coming up on almost a year here at ServiceNow. Prior to ServiceNow, I worked for another major tech company for nearly 5 years. I've been in the recruitment space for quite some time, and it's always really exciting to get to work very closely with student organizations like the Computer Science Society to learn more about y'all. Y'all learn more about us. As you can hear, I am from Houston, Texas. And so graduated from the University of Texas a few years back. So we'll go ahead and get started. So our motto here at ServiceNow is we make the world of work work better for people. So it really is our purpose. It helps us understand who we are, why we're here, why you should care about what you do, and why you should want to work here. The first part of our purpose is at the center of defining the future of work. It's an aspiration, and of course, a responsibility to really define the future of work in a very exciting, innovative, and effective way. Even our new brand that we launched a couple years back is all about people. We are a very people-focused company, and our customers have really found incredible, tangible, quantifiable benefits from improving the world of work. So no matter where you are in the digital transformation journey, we're really here for you, making complex, unstructured tasks personal, proactive, and frictionless. So simply put, we are for people. So we're going to jump into some of our core values here, which we have 6. And the first is win as a team. Overall at ServiceNow, we're really building a unique company, one that really requires a one-of-a-kind culture to really get the wheels turning, right? So winning as a team is we really value and respect teamwork. When students ask me, Lauren, what's the company culture like at ServiceNow? I always talk about the collaboration that you will experience here. Very team collaborative, very people focused, and we pride ourselves in that collaboration. It's the power of synergy, being able to combine so many individuals' efforts to accomplish very big things. The next is going to be innovate and execute. So we're innovating and we're executing every day. And we understand that success and failure are a part of that mix. But it's only through doing and learning that we can really build a great and enduring company. The next is going to be deliver customer success. And we're dedicated to doing the right thing by our customers and each other. We currently have a 98% renewal rate with all of our customers, meaning 98% of the time, all of our customers are coming back to ServiceNow. The next is stay hungry and humble, which is probably my personal favorite of the core values. You know, we always see room for improvement in our products and our teamwork and how we help our customers, and always just thinking ahead, how can we do and be better? The next is embrace diversity and create belonging. So we embrace diversity, inclusion, and belonging. Diverse, inclusive teams where everyone feels like they belong, allow them to innovate more, they enjoy themselves more, and they create more value. And then lastly is enjoy the journey. So we really are on an amazing journey to really define the future of work. And along the way, we're going to enjoy that ride. So here's a little bit about our background story. So ServiceNow was founded in 2004 as the first cloud-based platform for the enterprise, originally named GlideSoft before it became ServiceNow. Fun fact, a lot of the meetings were initially held at a Red Robin's, who became a customer in 2008. In 2006, we had our very first ever customer called Phoenix Group, Inc. In 2012, ServiceNow became a publicly traded company under the New York Stock Exchange. In 2014, we transitioned headquarters into Santa Clara, California. In 2015, we hit that $1 billion in revenue market point. 2018, we were listed as Forbes' most innovative company. In 2019, we were certified as LinkedIn top companies. And in 2020, we waded onto Fortune's world's most admired companies list. And later in the presentation, you'll see some of our latest awards that we've received. So what is ServiceNow? What are we? What do we do? So ServiceNow is a strategic platform for any digital workflow that creates great experiences and really unlocks productivity. We call it the Now platform. Our Now platform really excels at digitizing work that flows throughout a company or across several different functions in a unified experience. That's why we call it the Now platform. It's like the platform of platforms for your business solutions and all of your workflows. On top of that platform, we also offer best-in-class, out-of-the-box workflows for IT, employees, customers, and creators that really orchestrate work across the enterprise and really allows for each industry to be unique. So these solutions are developed organically, 100% native to our platform. And we also offer the opportunity to have same exact platform for you to build your own no code and low code apps to deliver enterprise workflows and other business solutions. So a lot of our partners are really building apps on the Now platform. They're providing even greater selection of ready to use workflows for your business. So I'm going to exit out of here really quickly to share a quick video about mastering the craft of engineering here at ServiceNow. Actually, I don't think I heard sound, so let me redo that. Sorry, everyone.
So a reference reached out to me via LinkedIn. He had looked at my profile and saw that I knew various different places in software, robotics and applications. And he reached out to me and he asked me if I knew about ServiceNow. So he's like, yeah, I've heard of ServiceNow. As far as my team respectively, we take new ideas from conception to a prototype. I was lucky enough to come in when the prototype was about to be finished. And now, 7 months in, I get to see that come to life. It was a joke between me and the guys I was working at my previous employer where I would constantly tell them, I was like, hey man, there doesn't exist a solution that fits everything. And then in comes ServiceNow. Oh, yeah, the perfect solution does exist. You can build anything on this thing. There really isn't anything you can't create on this platform. Coming from a background where I've built applications from the ground up, I've built those pipelines and all that, there's none of that here. You take all that out. So you're able to focus on the one thing you want to do, which is actually write your logic and make that magic happen to create your application. I don't see that happening anywhere else. Pure creation is the way I like to put it. Kobe Bryant, my favorite athlete, he has this line that goes, we can all be masters of our craft. This is an idea space. It's a place where we're all operating on the same wavelength. We're all interested in what we're working on, right? And you hear it in people's voices, you see it in people's work. 7 months in, I have yet to find somebody who is, that personality of, oh, it's Monday morning, I need my third cup of coffee. None of that. Everybody wants to be here. Everybody wants to work on these problems. So half of your day you're spending at this place. Make sure you are happy doing what you're doing, who you're doing it with, how you're doing it in the space you're doing it with. Make sure you're being taken care of. And if you're like me, you also care about how that's going out into the world. This is a message I do believe in. It sounds amazing when I'm telling somebody and it's like, hey man, it's like you're reading off cliches. No man, this is how I feel. This is how I feel, yeah.
Awesome. So like I said, just a little introduction about what it's like being here at ServiceNow, and the opportunities that you'll get to see and what it's like. So it's really great to be a part of a company where the culture is just so in tune with its employees, and you are happy being where you are and doing the work that you're going to be doing on a regular basis. So I'm going to kind of dive into a little bit about who as a company, where we're located and how fastly we're growing, because we are. So as a company, we're growing fast, innovating faster, and we're really making an impact for our customers and employees. So in the US and in Canada, we have about 30 offices with over 7,100 employees. In APJ or Asia Pacific and Japan, we currently have 15 offices with over 2,700 employees. And in EMEA, or Europe, Middle East, and Africa, we have 27 offices with over 2,100 employees. Not listed on here are some of the offices that we have in Latin America. We have two. We have one in Mexico City and one in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Again, our team is growing, and it's such an exciting time to really join the ServiceNow team and really be a part of this journey. Like I said, we have that customer renewal rate of 98%. Our customer list continues to grow, and with that, we need more awesome employees to be a part of the ServiceNow team. So now I'm going to jump into our global impact strategy. So global impact is really important and very big here at ServiceNow. So what does that mean? So at ServiceNow, we have 4 pillars of our strategy with 3 vertical pillars. You'll see that here: sustaining our planet, creating equitable opportunity, and acting with integrity. And on the horizontal pillar that flows through all of these. So workflow, a better world. So the first is sustaining our planet. Which by sustaining our planet, we really want to talk about having a champion. We really want to champion a resource efficient and net zero carbon environment. We actually just announced our commitment to achieve a net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, 2 decades earlier than what we had anticipated, which is really awesome news. And we're super excited about that. We also want to create equitable opportunity. So in this social pillar, creating equitable opportunity pillar is where all the social issues sit. So that's talent, diversity, inclusion, belonging, the future of work, digital divide, and community engagement. So we want to make work more equitable, accessible, and rewarding for people. And then lastly, we have acting with integrity as our governance pillar. So acting with integrity really refers to governance piece with our number 1 priority, issues being data security and privacy. A key piece of this pillar is really building trust with our stakeholders, not only through security and privacy, but also through publicly disclosing our strategy, goals, and year-over-year progress to our stakeholders. We've done this historically through our ESG fact sheets, and stay tuned, for our global impact report. So we share those on a yearly basis. And so now that we're in the new year of 2022, those reports will be out. And again, we want to make it all easily accessible and public for stakeholders and for anyone who's interested in learning more about ServiceNow. So all of that is on our external site. All 3 of these pillars are overlaid with that 4th pillar that you see up at the top, workflow, a better world. So the workflow, a better world pillar really encompasses how our products can really address use cases across the below 3 pillars, changing the world 1 workflow at a time. Building on the use cases on the next slide, we expand our product capability to help our customers and partners really achieve their own goals. And thinking even bigger than that is how can our workflow solutions help achieve a number, and how we can have that sustainability and development goals that we as a company are trying to achieve as well. So moving forward into diversity, inclusion, and belonging. And my face kind of just lit up when I changed that slide. So diversity, inclusion, and belonging are the table stakes, and belonging is the breakthrough. So diversity, inclusion, and belonging are really essential to who we are as a company, how we'll grow, and how we'll innovate. We tell everyone all the time, we want you to bring your true, authentic self to the workplace each and every day. When employees know that they can show up without judgment and really be their true selves, they can achieve really great things. And when our communities know that we are going to take a stand and advocate for what's right, we realize that together we're much, much stronger. So under diversity, everything that makes us unique, the seen and the unseen. Inclusion, being invited to contribute, being valued for who we are, treated fairly, equitably, and with respect. And belonging, creating a culture of trust where all voices are heard and we feel that safe bringing of our authentic selves to work each and every day. So a little bit more into DIBS, which diversity, inclusion, and belonging. So growing our communities. So we actually have 7, now 8 employee-led DIBS belonging groups that focus on making a lasting impact. And I'll go into those 8 diversity, inclusion, and belonging groups here in a second. We celebrate cultural moments around the world right now. On February 1st, Tuesday, we kicked off Black History Month. And so our Black at Now employee belonging group and the company as a whole doing lots of impactful things to really have those cultural moments throughout the company. We also just had the celebration of the new lunar year and celebrating that as a company as well. And so just understanding that there are so many different things that make us all unique and celebrating all of those cultural moments to bring awareness and celebration throughout the company. Practicing a growth mindset. So we're open to trying new things, and together we can do more than what we act on alone. So we have lots of things like Women's Leadership Summit, unconscious bias training, employee voice surveys on a quarterly basis, and race and allyship learning sprints. And then evolving inclusive practices. So we want to make sure that we're not just talking the talk, but we're walking the walk as well. In the US, we've achieved pay equity for women and underrepresented groups. And globally, we are within 1 cent of the US dollar of pay equity for women around the world. So ServiceNow employee belonging groups are aligned to our company cultures and, of course, our business objectives. And we have 8. So you'll see all 8 that are listed on here. And I actively participate with Unidos at Now and Women at Now as well. And attend meetings for a lot of the others. You can join one, you can join all, you can be an ally, you can be a member to actively participate in these employee belonging groups and just build that sense of community. I know that when I first joined ServiceNow in those first couple of months, being a member of Unidos at Now really allowed me to meet other individuals, even outside of the global talent and recruitment space, but members of the tech teams, sales, marketing, advertising, and just meet other individuals, especially right now where, the last company I worked for, I was there for 5 years. So I had some time in an office and then I became fully remote. And then when I came to ServiceNow, I've been fully remote and in a virtual environment this entire time. So I've never met any of my team members in person, but I can quickly say and confidently say that, I have a great working relationship with all of my teammates. And it's like as if I've met them in person, but it was a great way to feel connected with other individuals. So definitely taking advantage of these opportunities. So now I'm going to do a quick Women in Tech at ServiceNow video.
If I were to describe ServiceNow, it would be fast-paced, dynamic, and caring for the customer.
I'm coding, developing, designing. The work I do here, it feels like I'm making a difference.
I have always been very directly involved with the decision-making process, and I think that is great to have as a person who is just out of college.
I was a very shy person, but I overcame that and I started giving bootcamp and machine learning sessions.
If you're capable, you will have that opportunity and you'll have that growth path here.
The best thing about ServiceNow is you don't feel like you are a woman in tech. You are just an engineer who has as much opportunity as any other person. I see women leaders around me. I see women managers, directors. Any level that I aspire to be, I have role models.
Being a working parent, there is this thing in the culture of ServiceNow where we value every employee.
My manager has always been supportive.
There is a very healthy symbiotic relationship. We have each other's back. When you trust someone, the productivity increases by 200%.
If you'd like something, some new ideas, you want to express yourself, you want to get some work done that you're really proud of, then definitely you should come and work with ServiceNow.
I think for me, it's really exciting to get to be a part of a company where diversity, inclusion, and belonging is at the forefront and a very, very important matter for a business to continue to grow and to be successful. And as a Latina and a woman myself, it's exciting to get to see more leaders who look like me, who maybe come from the same background, and getting to see those opportunities. And it really just kind of reminds me that I too can find those opportunities as well. And it's interesting because I never thought I was going to end up in the tech space. I was actually a pre-law student in college and I thought I was going to go to law school. But I took my business degree and my corporate communications degree and joined corporate America into the tech space. And so I don't have a technical background, not at all. But I've been in the tech space my entire professional career, but in a recruiting and HR capability. So what we say here at ServiceNow when it comes to our interns and early and career opportunities is the more of you bring to work, the better. Hashtag interns at now. So now I'm going to kind of switch gears here and talk a little bit more about early and career opportunities and what that looks like here at ServiceNow. So at ServiceNow, you're really going to have the opportunity as an intern to really build a community, have a social impact, and professional development. There's a lot of value to be obtained while you're interning at ServiceNow. You're not making coffee runs for us. You are here to really have an opportunity to make a direct impact in the business. You're going to grow professionally, make an impact on your teammates and our customers, and build a community and network of people while you are here. Our internship programs are 12-week-long programs that are in the summer. So we have a couple of different cohorts. You can either start in May and go through the month of August, or start in June and go through September. Internships are available at multiple locations. And then I'll talk about where we are in terms of future of work and whether things are in person or virtual or hybrid. I'll talk about that here in a second. Like I said, all of our internships are 12-week-long internship programs with the opportunity for full-time conversion. We really want to teach you, we want to mold you, we want to grow with us. So as interns, our hope is that you are coming back next year, whether that's coming back as an intern or coming back with a full-time opportunity. And then of course, professional development. So you're going to be working on impactful projects, mentoring and networking, and fireside chats with executives. We have a phenomenal programs team. So we're kind of split up in a couple of different pillars here within global talent. And our programs pillar, they're awesome. And they do a great job of creating opportunities and events for all of our interns to have those networking and mentorship opportunities. So you'll come on board and you'll have a mentor at ServiceNow. Lots of networking and virtual happy hour sessions to really get to meet individuals within your team, but also just other individuals in your internship cohort. They might be outside of your tech pillar or outside of your organization, but an opportunity to really build that network of people at ServiceNow. We do lots of executive fireside chats. We did those all summer last year. And then our final one was with our CEO, Bill McDermott. And that last fireside chat was actually ran and operated by our interns so that our interns were able to ask questions live, moderate the entire conversation, and really get to have that personal interaction with our CEO, which was really exciting. Let's see here. So just a couple of perks of being an intern. Of course, healthcare, paid holidays. We have 401k matching, as well as meal allowances and housing allowances, company swag, mentorship, and intern events. Even with COVID and with this pandemic, we have found some fun and creative ways to do things virtually from the comfort of our own homes, but still being able to have those fun and interactive events as well. For example, we had like a succulent terrarium building where I participated in that event. I got this entire kit sent to my home like the day before, and then the day of we were building these home succulent terrariums that I have at my desk. We've done chocolate tastings, we've done movie nights, we've done so many different things to still continue to be interactive and exciting. One of the things that I mentioned in the last slide was about our future work policy. So number one question, right, on everybody's mind is our jobs in person? Are they virtual? What is the company stance when it comes to this? So at ServiceNow, we have what's called the future of work policy. And so all of our jobs have fallen under three different categories. The first being fully in person, then being fully remote, and then lastly, this hybrid model. It has already been announced that all of our early and career opportunities will fall into one of two pillars, either fully remote, meaning you're fully virtual, or that hybrid model where you're coming into an assigned office 2-3 days out of the week, and the remainder working from home. All of our early and career opportunities fall in those two pillars. We don't have anyone coming in full time into an office. And so which jobs fall into those pillars? Those conversations will be had with your recruiters. On all of our applications, you'll see what's called the work persona at the top of the application, which will identify what persona that job falls under. So eligibilities, of course, actively enrolled in an accredited university as a full-time student, either pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or PhD, must be returning for at least one final term after the summer internship. So for our interns, so opportunities, of course, for our sophomores and for our juniors. Able to commit to a 12-week internship program. So remember, this is still like your normal Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 job for 12 weeks. So like I said, either that May through August or that June through September. And then lastly, we're finding candidates who are super passionate about embracing diversity, being inclusive, and creating a sense of belonging. So here are just a couple of things of what our interns have to say about us as the company from this past class of 2021. It's, again, super exciting. The team has done such a great job of being able to, really build an internship program to be lasting, to be effective, to be a great learning experience, even during a virtual environment. So I'm going to show a final video of our 2021 interns. And they were super exciting and so fun to work with this past year.
What stands out to me during my internship at ServiceNow is definitely just the community of people.
I've been able to learn how to build and contribute to a successful product that has made a true impact on the workforce.
I can see the value that I add to my team and to the company, and that just gives me a greater sense of purpose and motivation.
Talking to brilliant minds every day is what excites me.
To say that my internship experience at ServiceNow was a fruitful one would definitely be an understatement.
Leadership has done an outstanding job making sure the lives of us as the employees is as good an experience as possible.
I feel like it's important to honor who you say you are and to strive to be better. And ServiceNow is doing that.
ServiceNow is empowering not only its customers but also its employees.
And this definitely helped me establish a strong bond with my mentor and my team and grow as a software developer.
ServiceNow is a big company with a small company feel.
That's really important, and that's really what made me feel at home during my time here.
I think one of my favorite lines from that clip, especially right at the end when she says that ServiceNow is a really big company with a small company feel. And I completely agree. We are growing so fast, but it still has that small company feel where everyone knows each other. There's so much transparency and accessibility to getting to meet and connect and talk to other employees and other members of the ServiceNow team. I've always had candidates ask me, what's one thing that you really enjoy most about ServiceNow? And I would definitely say the level of support I've received, especially as someone who's only been here a little under a year, the support of my team and knowing that I really have an impact in the work that I'm doing. My team is fairly new and we're growing as well. And so a lot of what we're doing right now is really building this early in career recruitment team. And it's exciting to know that a lot of the things that I'm building with my teammates, like processes and analysis and things that we're trying to accomplish for all the years to come in our 5-year plan, there's a direct impact in the input I am providing. I am providing my team with value, and that is building what's to come next. So that's always really exciting to be a part of. So just to kind of go through just a couple of accolades, we're super proud. We're very humbled, but we're really excited to be a company that is getting recognition for its fantastic ways. So in 2021, we were one of the best companies to work for under Fortune. In 2020, we were one of Fortune's Future 50. In 2021, we were one of the best places to work for under LGBTQ equality and the Human Rights Campaign Foundation. In 2020, we were Fortune's World's Most Admired Companies. We were Great Place to Work certified in August of 2020 through August of 2021, and best workplaces for diversity in 2019 for Great Place to Work. While we're super happy to work lists like this and be a member of all these lists, we don't work hard to win awards. Our goal is to really build a place and make a work and a workplace even better. Some really exciting news. So last month in January, we received Glassdoor's Best Places to Work Award for 2022. And literally just this morning, we received the news that ServiceNow has been named on Fortune's World's Most Admired Companies list for the third year in a row. And it ranks us as number 5 in the computer software category overall. So we're super excited about that. Literally, we just got the announcement this morning as a company. So we've been sharing it all over LinkedIn. And so we've been getting news about that. So we're super excited about these accolades. And it's a true reflection of who we are as a company. So here are a couple of our early in career opportunities that we currently are still hiring for. Our associate software engineering role, that is a full-time opportunity. We have our software engineering internship, so that is a part of that 12-week internship program for the summer. Our business systems analyst intern, another internship opportunity. And the last 3 are also internship opportunities as well. UX research, product design, and product content. So I'm actually gonna stop my share real quick and wanted to share the following direct links for these roles in the chat box. I am not the recruiter for these opportunities specifically, but I work alongside the recruiting team for these roles. So you'll see on there the title of the job and the direct applications. We are still actively recruiting for these opportunities. So if there are any of these roles that are still of interest to you, please definitely, I recommend that you submit your applications. If you have resumes, you are more than welcome to share those with me, and I'll share those with my team as well. My email address is first name Lauren, last name Martinez, ServiceNow.com. Just want to make sure I spelled that correctly. So again, feel free to shoot me a note and connect with me on LinkedIn as well. So I just wanted to make sure that you had those opportunities. And so let me share one last thing as well. So because we are virtual, at the moment, my team is specifically, we've had to come up with really fun and creative ways to stay engaged with students and candidates on campus. So my team and I, we host a variety of different workshops. We do one workshop every month on different topics, right? We've done LinkedIn profiles, how to ace your in-person and virtual interviews, how to, confidently work through a career fair, whether that's virtual and in person, because they're kind of different, right? So this month's topic is going to be all about owning your story, building your personal brand, how your personal brand will change throughout your professional career. These are virtual, these are online, they're free and open to anyone. So I definitely recommend, feel free to join us. It'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time next Wednesday, February 9th, if you're interested. There is a QR code there to register. Feel free, you can scan with your phone and it'll redirect you to our Zoom registration site, and you can join there. And I previously, I believe, shared with Ricky this flyer, and he can share that with all of you later if you're interested. Again, feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions. And so lastly, I'd love to open the floor up to any questions with a couple of minutes that we have here. And then, of course, give you all some time back into your busy work schedules and school schedules. But would love to take some questions if anybody wants to put questions in the chat box or come off mute and ask live. And if there are no questions, that's okay too. Oh, of course. Yeah. Let me actually, it's a lot easier. I'll tell you this, there's lots of Lauren Martinez's out there. So let me share that for you. There you go. And definitely anybody on this call, feel free to connect with me. Again, if you don't have questions now, but maybe questions pop up later, definitely shoot me a message, connect with me on LinkedIn or shoot me an email. And I'm more than happy to do so. Also, another thing that I always like to offer to students, even if it's just not any specific questions about a role or anything like that, but maybe just like the interview process, or you want someone to take a look at your resume. I always offer myself up to students to help however I can, whether that's connecting 15 minutes on a phone call and talking about interview processes, or you have questions about your resume or questions about career fairs and how to tackle those, or elevator pitches, whatever it may be. I always like to offer myself up in that opportunity in that regard. So I can help students out in their professional recruitment journeys as well. So I did get a question that was sent to me. Internships are possible to be online or in person, or is it based on certain types of internship offers? Good question. So we do have some internships that are fully remote and some internships that are that hybrid model. It just kind of depends on, it's mostly dependent upon the organization that you fall under. Some organizations kind of need / require that half in office, half remote type of environment, and others can function fully remotely. So it's not like two software developer, developing engineers and interns, one can pick one option and one can choose the other option. It depends on what type of persona your team falls under as a whole, or your organization falls under. And again, you'll learn if you go into our application, if you click any of those applications that I shared with you, it'll redirect you to our early in career website. And up at the top, it'll have what's called the work persona, and you'll see it on there, whether that's flexible, remote, or in person. Good question. Any others? How are interviews handled for interns or employees? Great question, Andrew. So how internships are kind of going. So every interview process is a little bit different, right? It's different role over role, but they all start the same. So one, you'll submit your application with your resume. And after you do so, if there is a match or a potential fit, a recruiter is going to reach out to you directly to schedule your recruiter screen. Those recruiter screens are either over Zoom or over the phone, typically over Zoom, but sometimes they'll be over the phone as well. Those are typically about 30 to 45 minutes. And it's kind of getting a better understanding of your background. Are you going to be a good fit for the role, but also an opportunity for you to learn more about the job? Is it a good fit for you as well? And what are some of those expectations as an intern or a full-time employee for that job? That'll be first. Moving into after that, you can expect anywhere between 2 to 3 additional interviews with the hiring team and members of that team to kind of get a better understanding of your background. Sometimes there might be some form of a technical practice or a technical round included in there. If that's the case, your recruiter will give you all the different details of that interview and expectations so that you're very well prepared beforehand. Again, each interview process will vary from role to role, but it's typically around those amounts of interviews, and then a final decision is made. Anything else?
I think someone in the chat asked, they said that they're interested in the software engineering position for an internship, but they wanted to know the location for in-person meetings since it's a flexible persona.
Great question. So what'll happen with that is I believe that it's going to be based out of headquarters, which is going to be Santa Clara. And for all of our interns, you do have a stipend. All of our interns receive a bonus stipend up front. And those stipends are intended with the purpose of helping with any type of, whether that's a home office or relocation fees, or for that 12-week internship program or anything like that. And that's a stipend bonus that's given to all of our interns, regardless of if it's in person or virtual. Good question. Yeah, we try to help our candidates as much as possible to make this a seamless transition for them. Awesome. Well, like I said, if there are any other questions that come up after the fact or anything else that comes any top of mind, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, I'm here as a resource to all of you, however I can. But what I like to do is, of course, anything that y'all can share with me will be helpful. I always love to get feedback. How well did I do? What are some things you would have loved to learn more? That way I can add that in our presentations. And Ricky, I hope we get the opportunity to do something like this again and make it more of a professional development workshop. Since this was our first time meeting, I wanted it to be a little bit more informative. That way I'll get to know who we are. But hopefully I'll be back and get to bring some of my teammates as well. And we can make this so much more interactive, an actual workshop on a variety of different topics. So in the chat box, I'm going to share a quick form. Should only take a couple of minutes, but again, any type of feedback, any ideas, any thoughts you have, please send those my way because I greatly appreciate how I can do better as well. Awesome. Well, again, thank you all so much for having me. If there are no other questions or anything outstanding, I'll give y'all a couple of minutes back in your time. But again, thank y'all for having me. I hope that this has been helpful. And please feel free to reach out with anything else that I can help with. Thank you again.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, chat. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Thank you.
Thanks again. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.